Are you a horror movie fan who's always on the hunt for the next big scare? Well, you've come to the right place. Today, we re-diving deep into the terrifying world of recent horror films that have been keeping everyone up at night. From psychological thrillers that mess with your mind to supernatural chillers that make you question every shadow, we've got a list that will satisfy even the most seasoned horror junkie. So, grab your popcorn, turn down the lights, and let's get started on this journey into fear. First up, a film that completely reinvented a classic monster tale, The Invisible Man. Released in 2020, this movie isn't just about a guy who can't be seen. It's a gut-wrenching story about gaslighting, abuse, and the terror of not being believed. Elizabeth Moss gives an absolutely powerhouse performance as Cecilia, a woman escaping a toxic relationship with a wealthy, brilliant scientist. After he supposedly takes his own life, she starts experiencing a series of strange, unsettling events. Is she losing her mind? Or is he still tormenting her, unseen? Director Lee Hwanel uses negative space and silence in a way that is just masterful. Every empty corner of the room, every quiet moment feels charged with dread. You find yourself scanning the frame, desperately trying to spot something that isn't there. It's a masterclass in building tension, and the film's modern take on the invisible threat makes it so much more relatable and terrifying. It's not just a monster movie. It's a powerful social commentary wrapped in a high-stakes thriller. If you want a horror movie that's as smart as it is scary, this one is an absolute must-watch. Next on our list is a film that proved you didn't need a huge budget to create something truly terrifying. Host. This movie was born out of the 2020 lockdown and is set entirely within a Zoom call. It's a found-footage film for the modern age. A group of friends, bored during quarantine, decide to hold an online seance with a medium. As you can probably guess, things go horribly, horribly wrong. What starts as a bit of fun quickly spirals into a nightmare as they accidentally invite a demonic presence into their homes. The genius of Host is its relatability. We've all been on those awkward video calls, and the film uses that familiarity to its advantage. The glitches, the lagging video, the you're on mute moments all feel real, which makes the supernatural horror that unfolds even more shocking. At just under an hour long, it's a lean, mean, scare delivery machine. There's no filler, just pure, relentless terror. It's a perfect example of how creativity and a great concept can triumph over limitations. If you're looking for a quick but potent dose of fear, log into Host. Let's switch gears a bit and talk about a film that's as beautiful as it is disturbing, Midsummer. From the mind of Ari Aster, who previously gave us the soul-crushing Hereditary. This is a folk horror film set in broad daylight. Forget dark corridors and jump scares. Midsummer finds its horror in bright, sunny fields and unsettlingly cheerful cult rituals. The story follows a group of American students who travel to a remote Swedish village to attend a fabled midsummer festival. One of them, Danny, is grieving a recent family tragedy and hopes the trip will be a much-needed escape. Instead, they find themselves in the grip of a pagan cult with some very dark traditions. The film is a slow burn, meticulously building a sense of unease. The visuals are stunning, filled with vibrant colors and intricate floral patterns that contrast sharply with the gruesome events taking place. It's a film about grief, toxic relationships, and the terrifying allure of belonging, even to something monstrous. Florence Pugh's performance is incredible, taking you on Danny's harrowing emotional journey. Midsummer will stick with you long after the credits roll, making you question every flower crown you see. Now, for something that brings the fun back to horror, let's talk about Barbarian. This movie was a surprise hit, and it's best to go into it knowing as little as possible. I'll be careful with spoilers, but here's the basic setup. A young woman arrives at her Airbnb late at night only to find it's been double-booked and a strange man is already staying there. Against her better judgment, she decides to stay the night. What happens next is a wild, unpredictable ride that constantly subverts your expectations. The film is brilliantly structured, taking sharp turns that will leave your jaw on the floor. It's one of those movies where you think you know what's going on, and then the script completely flips everything on its head. It's genuinely scary, with some truly claustrophobic and tense sequences, but it's also darkly hilarious. The director, Zach Kreger, plays with horror tropes in such a clever way. It's a movie that has you screaming 1 minute and laughing the next. If you love horror that keeps you guessing and isn't afraid to get a little weird and funny, Barbarian is a must-see. Next up, a film that really gets under your skin with its psychological dread. Smile. This movie took a simple, creepy concept, a menacing smile, and turned it into a full-blown phenomenon. The story follows Dr. Rose Cotter, a therapist who witnesses a bizarre and traumatic incident involving a patient. After the event, she starts experiencing frightening occurrences that she can't explain. She becomes haunted by a terrifying entity that manifests as people with wide, unnatural smiles. The film is a powerful exploration of trauma and mental health, using the supernatural horror as a metaphor for the way trauma can spread and consume a person's life. Sosie Bacon is fantastic as Rose, perfectly capturing her descent into paranoia and fear. The jump scares in this movie are incredibly effective, but it's the pervasive sense of dread and the unsettling imagery that truly make it memorable. Smile is more than just a series of scary moments. It is a chilling character study that asks some tough questions about the nature of fear and recovery. It is a bleak but compelling watch that will definitely make you think twice the next time someone gives you a big grin. Finally, we can't talk about recent horror without mentioning A Quiet Place Part 2. The first film was a massive success, introducing us to a world where silence is survival. The sequel picks up right where the first one left off, following the Abbott family as they venture out from their home, forced to face the terrors of the outside world. This film expands the universe in a really satisfying way. We get to see more of this post-apocalyptic world and meet other survivors. John Krasinski, returning as director, once again proves he is a master of suspense. He uses sound design to create an incredibly immersive and nerve-wracking experience. Every creak of a floorboard, every rustle of leaves, feels like a potential death sentence. The performances are excellent, especially from Millicent Simmons as Reagan, who really steps up as the hero of the story. It also has one of the most intense opening sequences in recent memory, showing us day one of the invasion. It's a rare sequel that lives up to the original, delivering high-stakes action and heartfelt family drama alongside the creature feature horror. So there you have it, a rundown of some of the best and most popular horror films of the last few years. From psychological deep dives to creature features and supernatural scares, there's something on this list for every type of horror fan. These movies prove that the horror genre is more vibrant and creative than ever, pushing boundaries and finding new ways to terrify us. What are some of your favorite recent horror movies? Did I miss any of your top picks? Let me know down in the comments below. I love reading your suggestions and hearing what scares you. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more horror content. Stay safe and happy haunting.